So in this video, I'm going to show you how to edit the Keymap with ZMK Studio. So first, you need to connect your keyboard to your computer with a USB-C cable, and then you need to open the ZMK Studio in your browser. So I'm using the Chrome here. And next, click the USB button and select your keyboard from the list. For example, mine shows up as Vim05 keyboard. Click Connect, and you'll see the keymap of all layers. The first thing you'll see is the base layer, which is your default layer. If some keys look empty, don't worry. Just because the key names are too long, you can click on a key and the full name will show up at the bottom. For example, this key is momentary layer 1, which stands for momentary layer function 1. Click it, temporarily it takes you to that layer, the function 1 layer. And inside that layer, if you click the second key, the key next to it, it will move you to the next layer, and so on. By clicking the third key, you'll go into the function 3 layer. So for my setup, I've only designed 4 layers in total, the base layer and the 3 function layers. If you want more layers, you'll need to edit the ZMK firmware directly. The ZMK Studio itself doesn't let you to add any new layers here. Now let's go back to the base layer, and I'll show you how to change a key to whatever you want. For example, in my default layer, I only set 2 modifier keys in the bottom row. The second key is Alt key and the third key is GUI key, which is a command key on Mac OS. But if you're on Windows, you might want to change the GUI key to a control key. So let's do it. I'll just click the GUI key and type the control here. So there it is, keyboard left control. And now this key has been remapped on control key. You'll also notice a small label above the key that says key price, but if you click on the spacebar, you'll see it says layer type instead. So what's the difference? Key price means that pressing the key once will trigger it right away. For example, typing letters, normally you'll say it's key price. Alright, I'll switch my control key back to GUI so it's easier for me to demonstrate on Mac OS. So now the layer type means you'll need to hold the key for it to trigger something. For example, here on the spacebar, if I just tap it, it works as a normal space, but if I hold it down, it switches me into function 1 layer. You'll notice that the layer indicator light changes color when that happens. Right now, if I hold the spacebar, the indicator turns lime green, which means I'm in layer 1. The second light on my keyboard is the layer indicator. If it's pink, that means you are on layer 2, and if it's blue, that's layer 3. So you can always tell which layer you are in just by checking the second indicator color. Well, another cool feature is that, for example, if we switch into layer 1 and then press this key while holding that layer, it will activate caps lock, and that also has its own indicator. the third indicator, once the caps lock is active, is the orange indicator, everything you type will be uppercase. So I'm typing some letters here. Now let's move on to the first function layer. Here I have set up the remaining number keys from 7 to 0 and plus minus keys plus some multimedia keys at the bottom row. For example, this one is play and pause, and here are brightness down, brightness up, and volume down, volume up for the arrow keys on the first function layers. So how to use this keys? Usually I will do this, press and hold the spacebar, then press brightness up, brightness down, or volume up, volume down. And if you hold the spacebar and press the key next to it, it will play or pause music or video that you are currently playing. Alright, now let's take a look at the function layer 2. This one is mostly for RGB on-the-go control. For example, the key where shift normally is in function 2 layer, it becomes the RGB toggle on, toggle off keys. How do I know I'm in layer 2? Well, first, you're gonna press and hold the layer 1 key, then press the layer 2 key. Now the indicator light turns pink, means I'm in layer 2. In this state, if I press shift key position, it will toggle the RGB on and off. And here on the Z key in layer 2, I can circle through RGB effects. For example, steady color, breathing effect, rainbow, and so on. And the next keys controls things like hue up, hue down, saturation up, saturation down, brightness up, brightness down, and speed up, speed down. Let me quickly demonstrate this. If I'm in static mode, pressing hue changes the color, saturations adjust the intensity, and brightness will make it lighter or darker. And if I'm in rainbow effect, the speed keys will control how fast the animation rotates. So basically, this whole row from shift to the period key is for RGB controls, the on-the-go RGBs. Alright, so now function layer 2 also handles the Bluetooth profiles and switching. So this key is Bluetooth profile 0, which is the default profile, and the next one is profile 1, and so on, etc, etc. So if I'm in layer 2, right now I'm on profile 0, connected to my computer. If I press the profile 1 key, it will switch to profile 1. You'll see the indicator light blink a little bit, since that the Bluetooth connection status lights as well, the indicator light. But because my phone, which is assigned to the profile 1, doesn't have Bluetooth turned on at the moment, the light blinks yellow, means the profile is not currently connected. If I press back to profile 0, it reconnects to my computer. So for example, if you want to connect your keyboard to your phone, you just press profile 1 key, then go to your phone and pair it with the keyboard. You can also assign profile 2 or 3 to other devices like your iPad or other computers. The VM05 supports up to 4 profiles, so you can pair with 4 different devices. And once paired, switching is as easy as pressing the profile key. The keyboard will automatically try to reconnect that device. If you want to assign profile slow to a new device, first select that profile, then press the clear selected profile. This will only reset the current active profile. The others stay untouched. But if you ever mess up your settings or Bluetooth stops working, you can press clear all profiles to reset everything. Keep in mind when you do this, you also need to remove the keyboard from your device Bluetooth list on your phone or on your computer, and then pair it again with your device. Now let's take a look at this key, the reset key. If you ever run into connection issues with your keyboard, you can press this key. For example, if I press the reset right now, the keyboard will disconnect and then I need to reconnect it again. So when you are in layer 2, the one with the pink light, pressing the reset key basically restarts the firmware on PCB from the beginning. It will run again. But keep in mind, not all connection problems are caused by the firmware. Sometimes it's because your computer's operating system messing up with the Bluetooth connections. So if the reset key doesn't fix it, you can also try restarting your computer or even connecting the keyboard to your phone. That way you can figure out whether the problem is with the keyboard or with the computer. So let's moving on to the function layer 3. Honest, I think I only mapped 1 key here and then the Studio unlock key. This is for ZMK Studio, the software we are using right now. By default, Studio is always enabled, so normally you'll never need to touch this key. Let me just quickly show you how to change your key press into a layer type. So let's say I want this key to be layer type instead of key press. I'll change the behavior to layer type. Set the target layer to function 2. Okay, let me just change to function 2. And then choose the key. So this is a left arrow. Let's go with left. I'll just tap arrow, see if I can find it. Okay, so keyboard left arrow. Now you can see when it's in key press mode, it works as a normal arrow key. But if I hold it down, the pink indicator will turn on, and meaning layer 2 is active. Alright, I'll just switch it back to the key press for now. Alright, and that's pretty much everything for this video.